is instead of keep changing this in the program, I want the user to be able to enter these three details in at the moment. So I'm going to define a function called get user data, and I'm going to return that data. And what I'm going to do, because there's three values, I'm going to use an array consisting of three values. So data is going to be an array, so I'm going to have it empty. So the first value in the array is going to be size, then the second value is going to be chests, and then the number of bandits is going to be the last one. How to play around with this. So it has to be a fixed value array. I've got 3 items. I'm not going to append things because that would be dynamic, and I want definitely 3 items, so I'm going to have a fixed value for my array. And I'm going to enter, first of all, I'm going to find out what the size is from the user. The size equals, so it's going to be a number, so I'm going to just use input. Please enter the size of the square grid. If only I could spell square, it would be great. Please enter the size of the square grid. And then I need to find out how many bandits and chests I need. So let's start off with bandits. That's going to be a number 2, so I need input. And I've done this because later on we are going to validate and make sure, so we can make our program robust so that people can't put stupid numbers in here, like a minus sign for the size of the grid. So I'm really setting it up for making a robust program. So please enter, do I need please? Just enter the number of bandits required, and finally chests equals input. Please enter the number of chests required. Okay, so I'm getting that information now from the user. So I don't really want these 3 things down here. What I haven't done at the moment is put them in the array. Now, a couple of ways of doing it. I'm going to do it the most awkward way possible, and we'll look at this later when we make our program a little bit more efficient. I'm going to say that the data at 0, the first one, is the size. I'm going to say data at 1 is the number of bandits, and data at position 2 is the number of chests, and then we return the data. So that's the function written, but we need to call it. And so I'm going to be calling it instead of here. I am going to say that data equals, let's be consistent, data equals get user data. Now, because I've done that, size is my first item in my data grid, so that now becomes data 0, that's size. That becomes data 0 with the -1. Num chests now becomes data 2. and number of bandits becomes data 1. Now the difference that I've got now, because I'm using variables and arrays, I am actually getting the information from the user before the game starts. So if I run that, it should be asking me, please enter the size of the square grid, 10. Oops, 10p. Please enter number of bandits, 3. The number of treasure chests required, 4. And then it should give me my grid. 1, 2, 3, 4 chests. And 1, 2. My eyes are not letting me see that. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So I've got the correct number of bandits, the correct number of chests, and my player in the start position. So yeah, that's a nice change to the program now, where the user gets to set up how big the grid is. However, this has led us into a few problems where the user can type in whatever they like, and towards the end of the program we will make sure that they can only enter what we want them to enter, not crash the program. So that's going to lead us into a little bit of robustness and some techniques, programming techniques, that we can use to keep asking for data until the correct data is entered. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is take all of this now at the bottom, because I'm getting set up, and just use one function to set up or initialize my program.